Welcome to the South Ops Fire Weather Webcast for Wednesday, March 4th. I'm your host, Kristen Stewart. A weak trough approaching the California coast is bringing plenty of cloud cover to the region this morning, with a mix of low and high clouds. This cloud cover should stick around through the day as this trough begins its trek into the state. The increased cloud cover will bring a little bit of cooling to the region, as well as a slight increase in humidity over some areas. More significantly, however, is that the trough moving through the state will bring an increase in wind. This next trough that is about to move into the state will take on an inside slider type trajectory, meaning that it will remain mostly over land and not have very much moisture to work with. Even though it will be mostly dry, light showers may spread across the higher terrain of Central California later today through Thursday morning. Any rainfall will be very minimal. Humidity will remain quite high over Central California today, thanks to this bit of moisture and cloud cover. Humidity will remain lower across Southern California, but not significantly low, with minimums largely 20 to 40% away from the drier deserts. This inside slider will bring an increase in offshore pressure gradients alongside strong upper-level winds to strengthen northerly surface winds across the higher terrain of Southern California this afternoon through Thursday, especially across the Santa Ynez Range and eastward to the I-5 corridor and Mojave Slopes. Widespread gusts of 30 to 50 miles an hour will be common over north wind-prone areas, locally higher over favored spots. Winds will take on a more west to northwest direction across the Sierra and the deserts and also be quite gusty. The gusty northerly flow will start to lower humidity across the region a little bit on Thursday, though humidity will remain elevated enough to preclude any fire weather issues. Despite the trough rolling through the state, temperatures will continue to run a few to several degrees above normal today, with upper 40s and 50s across the lower mountains, 60s in the Central Valley, mid to upper 70s in the Southern California valleys, and 80s to near 90 in the low desert. Cooling will become more apparent on Thursday, especially across the interior, though temperatures will range near seasonal normals. The forecast becomes a bit uncertain as we move into the late week and weekend time frame, but model outputs have come into much better agreement as compared to what they showed earlier this week. After the inside slider moves through the state today and Thursday, some degree of troughing looks to remain in place over the southern Great Basin into Southern California through the weekend. Forecast models are indicating a cutoff low pressure area pinching off from the main flow pattern and meandering southward into Southern California on Friday, then near the coast of the Baja Peninsula for the weekend. Since cutoff lows are so difficult to forecast, the exact path that this cutoff low will take remains uncertain, but there is much better confidence today that the low will be in this general area. Based on this model consensus, we will likely see a shift in the wind direction to northeasterly for Friday through the weekend, impacting the Santa Ana wind corridors of Southern California. Winds will be strongest on Saturday, with widespread gusts of 40 to 60 miles an hour across favored ridges, canyons, and valleys. Gusty northeast to east winds are also expected on the western slopes of the Sierra as well. Alongside these strong winds, humidity will be on lowering trends during this period, with widespread minimums in the teens and 20s or lower over Southern California. Despite the strong winds and low humidity, the recent green up will prevent any significant fire issues. It is worth noting that any change in the forecast of the cutoff low's positioning will likely impact the wind and humidity forecast, so this is not set in stone and may change in the coming days. If this forecast comes to fruition, temperatures to the south and west of the coastal slopes will also warm back up thanks to the offshore flow, with highs returning to the upper 70s to low 80s. Current projections indicate that the cutoff low is expected to linger off the coast of Baja early next week, then finally move eastward by the middle of next week, with weak high pressure building back into California. Much quieter weather is expected with weaker winds and humidity will improve a little, though it will remain dry overall. However, depending on the track of the cutoff low, scattered showers and thunderstorms are possible across far Southern California by early next week. Most fuel types across the region remain highly unreceptive to burning due to widespread greenup and some lingering soil moisture from the mid-February storms. So overall, expect large fire potential to remain very low for the foreseeable future. A modest increase in initial attack is possible through the weekend due to the windy and dry conditions, with localized potential for fire spread in any fuel beds with a high dead or dormant component. And that's all I have for today. Thanks for tuning in. Our next webcast will be on Friday, March 6th. Have a fantastic day.